Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning with a strange heaviness, knowing that something powerful unfolded in your dream, but the details slipped away like smoke? Almost as if another world brushed against you in the night, only to vanish before daylight could catch it. What if I told you that this forgetting isn't a flaw, it's intentional, a code, a divine safeguard meant to shield what is sacred? This isn't simply about memory, it's about destiny, about you, about why your spirit is being guarded, prepared, and hidden in plain sight. If you've ever felt out of place in this world, if you've carried a quiet sense that your life was designed for something more, if a part of you has always known you were chosen for a higher purpose, then this message is meant for you. Because today, I will share a truth few dare to speak. The real reason your dreams fade away, and how that hidden realm holds the blueprint of your divine assignment. Listen carefully. This is not speculation, it is spiritual intelligence, revealed only to those ready to see. And if these words are reaching you now, you were meant to hear them. Before we step into what's been concealed from you, pause for a moment. Acknowledge what you're feeling right now. If these words are stirring something deep inside, it's not by accident. It's a sign. You are not ordinary, you never were. And what I am about to uncover will remind you of the truth your soul has always carried. Let's begin. Behind your closed eyes lies another world. Not fantasy, not illusion, but a dimension more real than the one you're standing in. A place where the curtain of the physical is pulled back and truth is revealed. Dreams are not random sparks of imagination, they are sacred pathways, carved for those marked with destiny. And if you are among the chosen, you've already been walking those corridors. Even if you wake with only a racing heartbeat, the faint trace of a voice, or the frustrating sense that something vital just slipped away, you were there. Fully present. Fully engaged. Just on a level your waking mind cannot yet hold. Because dreams are not escapes. They are encounters. The chosen are summoned, not to wander, but to receive. Instructions. Visions. Encoded messages. Even assignments from realms far beyond human comprehension. In those moments, you are not only seeing, you are being seen. Angels watch. Frequencies shift. The very atmosphere bends around your presence. Because in those spaces, you are not bound by flesh, you are charged with spirit. That's why some of the most significant turning points of your life may already have unfolded in dreams you cannot recall. But why don't you remember? Because your mind has limits, but your spirit has depths. God does not entrust heavy revelations to shallow memory. What slips from your thoughts is preserved in your spirit. Hidden. Sealed. Protected until the exact moment your destiny calls for it. Some truths are too weighty for who you are right now. So they are encrypted, kept behind the veil of forgetting, not as punishment, but as preservation. This is why your dreams often feel just beyond reach. Because they are. They echo from your future, drawing you forward. They don't guide you with full clarity, they lead with mystery. And mystery compels movement. That movement is awakening prophecy. You are not lost, you are being led. Here's the truth most will never tell you: there are dreams you are not meant to remember yet. If you could, the adversary would know exactly where to strike. This is not forgetfulness, it is strategy. The one who chose you is shielding what you carry. But the day will come when the veil lifts. When you're allowed to remember, to act, to walk in what has been stored for you. That moment is closer than you think. And when it comes, your entire reality will shift. You won't just feel chosen, you will know it. Understand this: when the world sleeps, the spirit realm awakens. Every night you lay down your body, but your spirit rises. And in that instant, you are seen. Not only by heaven, but by darkness. The enemy does not fear who you are today. He fears who you are becoming. He sees the impact, the light, the voice that is forming in you. And his mission is simple: to silence it before it fully awakens. That's why your dream life is far more than imagination, it's a battlefield. And most people don't even realize they're fighting wars while they sleep. But you felt it. That sudden jolt that wakes you in the night. That crushing weight pressing against your chest. That shadowy figure lingering in the corner of your vision. That half-spoken name, vanishing before it reached your ears. These aren't just bad dreams. They are signals. Because the enemy never breaks into an empty house, he only targets what holds value. If your dreams are under attack, it's because your destiny is dangerous. Hear me clearly: the adversary doesn't waste time on those who remain spiritually asleep. But the moment you begin to awaken, when your soul starts remembering who you truly are, he panics. That's when he floods your nights with distractions, false visions, terrors, and heavy emotions that cling to you when you wake, all designed to derail you before your day even begins. But here's the mystery: you are not fighting alone. God has encrypted your dreams like hidden scrolls, sealed until your spirit is ready to open them. They are only revealed when your protection is strong enough to carry them. Some visions are too pure, too prophetic to be exposed before their time. You're not forgetting because you're weak, you're forgetting because your dreams are guarded. Divine amnesia. Spiritual firewalls. Holy protection. Why? Because if the enemy saw the full blueprint of what God is building inside you, he would launch an attack bigger than your current maturity could endure. So God hides it. He stores it within your soul and allows your life to slowly grow into the revelation. He doesn't unveil everything at once. He shapes you through silence, matures you through waiting, and even refines you through conflict. Every midnight struggle sharpens your discernment. Every stolen dream deepens your hunger. Every battle fought in the unseen becomes a seed of fire planted in your spirit for the day you rise fully awake. And that day is coming. The enemy knows it. That's why the attacks have increased, why your nights feel more restless, why your sleep often feels like labor instead of rest. But here's what the enemy doesn't realize: you're learning. You're decoding his tactics. You're remembering without remembering. Seeing without eyes. Your spirit is archiving truths your mind isn't yet equipped to carry. And here's the twist: what you think you've lost in the night is not lost at all. It's waiting, reserved for the appointed time. And when it returns, it won't come back as a faint dream, it will rise as revelation. Because when the chosen awaken, their stolen dreams return transformed, empowered, charged with clarity. And when that moment comes, the war shifts in your favor. But not in the way you expect. Because the next time you lay your head down, you won't just be defending your purpose, you'll be activating it. Have you felt it lately? That strange tension, knowing something is stirring deep inside you, yet struggling to explain it. Like your dreams are still alive, but instead of pictures, you wake with a pulse, a vibration, a whisper in your chest. Something was revealed last night. That is not confusion. That is activation. Your soul is waking up. And when the soul awakens, it doesn't demand details, it demands alignment. This is why you may be forgetting even more dreams than before. Not because you're drifting away from truth, but because you're moving closer to it. The messages have shifted from your surface mind to your eternal spirit. You are stepping into a new stage, where God no longer speaks to you only in symbols, but through internal shifts. Deep spiritual recalibrations that words cannot contain. This is why you feel different. Why you've outgrown certain places, certain people, even old versions of yourself. It isn't random, it's realignment. Your subconscious is no longer running on survival. It's syncing with something eternal, something divine, something you were always meant to become. But here's what most don't understand: awakening doesn't always feel like light. Sometimes it feels like pressure. Sometimes it feels like silence. Sometimes it feels like a distance from the people and things that once felt safe. Why? Because when your soul begins remembering its true identity, the old self begins to fall away. And when that happens, your dreams transform. They stop being scattered symbols and become precise, timed encounters. And even then, you may not remember them, because they're no longer stored in your head. They're sealed into your spirit's DNA. Listen carefully, your spirit is recording information your mind isn't yet qualified to process. That's why you wake up feeling different, even when you can't explain it. That's why certain rooms feel strangely familiar. That's not coincidence, it's recognition. Your soul is recalling coordinates from your dream encounters. You've walked those paths in the spirit, and now your physical life is catching up. This is the threshold where many people give up, because they crave clarity more than transformation. Most people crave the memory of their dreams more than the transformation they bring. But if you're still here, you're not like most. You belong to the remnant, the ones who can feel the rumble inside. That unshakable pull whispering, "There's more. I'm not finished. I'm not done remembering." You're not simply dreaming anymore, you're being rebuilt. Just as a seed must split apart before it can rise, your old self had to forget so your true self could emerge. What's ahead is not for the dreamer you once were, but for the warrior prophet you are becoming. And before that version of you is fully revealed, something remarkable will take place, a spiritual echo. A return. A long-forgotten dream will unlock, one you thought was lost, but was never gone. And when it returns, it won't be just a dream, it will be your awakening. Have you ever opened your eyes more exhausted than when you closed them? Not physically tired, but spiritually drained, as though you fought a battle you don't remember? That's not your imagination. That is the training of the chosen. While the world sleeps for rest, you sleep for refinement. The chosen are taught not only in daylight where lessons are obvious, but in the midnight realm where heaven whispers in codes. You don't just dream, you absorb, you wrestle, you engage with truth. Every night, your spirit enters a new classroom. A battlefield. A hidden layer of God's blueprint for who you are becoming. And those lessons rarely come polished. They arrive as strange symbols, rapid-fire scenes, ancient languages your conscious mind cannot decode. But your soul understands perfectly. That's why you wake up feeling changed, even when you cannot explain why. Because spirit learns before memory catches up. But here's what few realize: not every lesson is meant to be remembered. Some are meant to be embedded. They build your foundation quietly, without applause, without clarity, without explanation. True growth is often silent. The ego wants details. The ego wants to boast in revelation. But God is not preparing you for attention, He is preparing you for assignment. And sometimes He hides your own progress from you so pride cannot poison the process. This is why you've been sensing tension. Why you feel a deep inner work happening in stillness. Even when everything looks quiet, your soul feels alive, because behind the scenes of your sleep, you've been tested, sharpened, refined. You've walked through high-level simulations that most will never touch. Dreams where you interceded without words. Dreams where you confronted shadows buried inside. Dreams where the lesson wasn't to conquer, but simply to endure. And with every one of those hidden trainings, your spirit has grown stronger. Your discernment has sharpened. Your authority has begun to rise. Yet God keeps it quiet, because destiny is not forged in noise, but in shadows, whispers, and secret shaping where ego cannot follow. You are not just being taught truth, you are being fashioned to carry it. And that requires weight. Pressure. Silent molding that doesn't always come with confirmations. That is why you're here. Why you've kept listening. Why you can feel the pull even when you can't explain the source. You are not just dreaming. You are being discipled in the dark. But something is shifting. You are reaching a threshold. A moment where the sealed knowledge of your night seasons begins to surface. Where what was hidden begins to glow through your words, your choices, your very presence. The enemy knows this, that's why the warfare has intensified. And when it is, you won't just remember who you are, you'll walk differently. You'll speak differently. You'll carry atmospheres differently. Because the chosen don't graduate with certificates. They graduate with authority. And yours is coming. Let this settle deep within. Forgetting does not mean your dream was meaningless. It means it was too sacred to be revealed too soon. In the realm of the chosen, memory is not a right, it is a sign of readiness. When God allows you to recall a dream, He isn't just handing you insight, He's entrusting you with an assignment. And not everyone is ready for that weight. There are revelations so powerful, so tightly woven into your calling, that releasing them too early could disrupt your destiny. God doesn't hide them to tease you. He hides them to protect you. Because some dreams aren't about what you saw, they're about what you'll do once you see it. And if revealed too soon, fear could sabotage your faith. You might share it with the wrong people. You might move before the anointing has matured. So he seals it. Plants it in your spirit like a seed buried in soil. Hidden. Silent. But alive. And when the time is right, when your character has caught up with your calling, when your spirit is strong enough to hold what your mind once couldn't, he unlocks it. Sometimes you wake in the middle of the night, heart pounding, breath uneven, knowing you touched something massive. Yet the pictures are already gone, like they never existed. But they weren't lost. They were archived. God filed them away, because you're not meant to process them yet, you're meant to grow into them. That's why remembering a dream is not ordinary, it's a rare grace. A holy permission slip. Because with every remembered vision comes a weighty question from heaven: will you steward this? Will you carry this in obedience? Will you honor what others might misuse? That's the cost of remembrance. That's why some of your most powerful dreams were followed by silence, not because they didn't matter, but because they mattered too much to risk being mishandled. Chosen one, if you've been craving more memories, more visions, more clarity, hear this: God isn't holding back to punish you. He's preparing you to hold more. Because remembering always brings responsibility. And responsibility unlocks doors that talent never could. Your dreams are not gone. They are waiting, like scrolls sealed behind heaven's gate, marked with your name. And when that gate opens, it won't just be revelation, it will be release. But here's the part you must understand: when God lets you remember, it won't arrive as just another dream. It will come as a call to action. And when it does, you will face a decision. Because remembering isn't about knowing, it's about becoming. And some of the things you've begged to recall may cost you the comfort you're still holding on to. Once you see it, you cannot unsee. Once you step into it, you cannot go back. The world will no longer view you as ordinary, they'll sense what you carry. They'll feel the weight of one who has walked behind the veil and returned with a message. And that moment is near. Closer than you think. When the veil lifts, you'll realize you weren't just dreaming, you were being prepared to reveal something eternal. You're not losing your dreams. You're being forged by them. Every night. Every silence. Every forgotten vision has been shaping you. Not absence, anointing in disguise. You are not overlooked. You are being over-prepared for something far greater than your mind can yet comprehend. Because what's coming will demand every scar, every confusing night, every season where you thought heaven went quiet. But heaven was never silent. It was strategic. God has been speaking in layers, embedding blueprints in your spirit, not your memory. What you carry is too holy for casual recall. You weren't meant to remember like everyone else. You were meant to awaken. You were chosen to carry fire, not fragments. To walk in revelation, not just recollection. That's why the silence has thundered. That's why your dreams feel just beyond reach. Because your spirit is expanding, becoming the very answer you were searching for. You are not forgotten, you are being refined. You are not behind, you are being aligned. You are not dreaming less, you are hearing more clearly than ever before. Now is not the time to shrink back. Now is the time to rise. To remain steady when clarity hasn't yet arrived. Because when it does, you won't just see the vision, you'll become the vision. This is your call to rise. Heaven remembers you, even when you don't remember your dreams. And soon, the seal will break. The veil will lift. And everything God hid inside you will ignite right on time. So declare it now, I am not forgotten. I am being prepared. Let the enemy hear it. Let your soul absorb it. Let heaven confirm it. You are being prepared for something divine. And no blurred vision, no stolen dream, no silent night can cancel what God already inscribed in your spirit. Get ready. Your moment is not on the way. It's here. Speak it. Believe it. Walk in it. Your destiny is waiting. Now, go light up the dark.